Hey guys, it's Katya. I said my name really weird. Today I'm back with a much requested story time. I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that my best friend's boyfriend hated me and was so rude to me. It literally happened last year, so hopefully it's not too soon to say it, but here it goes. So this was senior year of college, and I moved into a new dorm and there was someone already living in the dorm. You know her name is fucking Audrey. She's on my channel all the time. There was a random girl, Audrey, and I kind of was like with my other two friends who I moved in with as well. So I was kind of like standoffish, shy meeting new people and stuff. So, you know, we were like polite, but we weren't really bonding. And then I think like 4 days in, she just came into my room and she was like, listen, I'm going to this Zed concert at this like club thing with my boyfriend. Do you want to come and we can like get to know each other? And I was like, do I want a third wheel? I don't know, but like also like she's making an effort. She did not have to invite me. I think she wants to like actually be close roomies. So I was like, yeah, you know what, like sure, I'll go. And it was literally that night. So she told me and I had like an hour to get ready. So then I started getting ready and her boyfriend was coming so we could all leave together. So I'm like getting ready. We're like, I borrowed her clothes. Like it was really a nice way to get to know each other. We were like talking while getting ready, pre-gaming and stuff. And then her boyfriend comes and like I meet him and it seems fine. We'll call him, what should we call him? We'll call him Rick. Rick comes and he's like, hi, like nice to meet you. I was like, hi, I'm the roommate, whatever, how long have you been dating? Like just general questions, stuff like that. And it seems fine. And then Audrey is like, oh, I really want pictures together. And which was cute because it was like our first day actually talking, our 4th day of knowing each other. So I was like, yeah, fine, let's get pictures. We're like posing together like we've been best friends forever. It was really fun. So like we're posing, and then while we're taking pictures, Rick goes into Audrey's bedroom and just like stays there. And I kind of thought it was weird, but I was like, I don't know, like maybe he's just like waiting for us to be done. Like I know it can be annoying when we take pictures and stuff. And then I was like, oh, do you guys want pictures? Like I'll take pictures of you guys. And so she goes into the room and asks, oh, come on, like come outside, she's gonna take pictures of us. And he's like, no. And like I can hear this from the kitchen. Like it's the kitchen and her room. It's just like one thin wall. So I hear like him saying no, and she's like, wait, why? And he's like, I don't want to pretend to be happy when I'm not. And she goes, wait, why aren't you happy? Is it because we took too long taking pictures? Like, I'm sorry, like I'm just trying to be her friend, you know? And Rick is like, no, it's not that. It's just, I thought this was gonna be a date night. Like, I don't know why you invited her, like whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, like, did Audrey not ask him if I could come? Shit. But then Audrey's like, I literally asked you before I asked her and you said it was fine. So I'm like, okay, like I'm hearing all of this, and then Rick is like, yeah, I know, but then I changed my mind and on the way over here, and I just want a date night. And I'll just like, oh, we do our date nights, like I'm trying to make a friend. So like I'm hearing this whole fight, whatever, and I'm like pretending that I don't. So they both come out and I was like, do you want pictures? And she's like, no, it's okay, like we can just go. Also, before we leave, Audrey fills like these little pill bottles with vodka and sticks them in her bag. This will be important later, but we go. So we're going downstairs and she called the Uber, and we're like walking down the street, and I swear to God, like they're here and I'm like literally 3 steps behind them and they're still fighting. Like, I just don't want her to go, like what, like in front of me. I just don't want her to go. Like this is supposed to be a date night. Like I feel like I haven't seen you, whatever. And this is when I knew Audrey was gonna be my best friend, because Audrey, I literally have known her probably for 4 days at this point. She turns to him and goes, okay, the Uber's coming. We're gonna get in. You can come or not, I don't fucking care, but she's coming. And I was like, ooh. So then Audrey like comes back and walks with me, and he's like ahead of us so we can't hear. And she's like, I'm so sorry, like I don't know what the fuck is his problem. And I was like, I mean, it's fine, but like I can go. And she goes, you're not going, like this is his problem. And I'm like, okay, like I guess this is what's happening. We all get an Uber and she's like, are you coming in or not? And so he gets in, and it's so like no one speaks during the whole Uber ride. We're like sitting in silence, and then we get to the venue and there's like a huge line you have to wait in, so we're waiting in it. And like Audrey is so upset because like this is, first of all, it's the first time her boyfriend is meeting her friend, which he's like so rude. Obviously that's not gonna look good on her, but also it's like your roommate, like it's roommate, you're gonna have to live with this girl for the rest of the year, and he's like being rude to her. Like imagine if I was a bitch, I would like not talk to her the rest of the year, you know what I mean? So she's upset, she starts downing the shots in the medicine bottles. So Audrey gets extremely drunk, and then Rick comes up to me in line and it's like, no offense, like honestly, like I just nothing personal, I just really don't want you to be here. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to say to that? And he's like, no, it's just like this was supposed to be a date night. And I'm like, I thought she asked you if I can come and you said yes. He goes, yeah, but like I changed my mind and then whatever. And I'm like, I was like, you want me to leave? And he goes, like honestly, yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna leave. I paid for my ticket because you guys said you wanted me to come. Like, I'm not leaving. And he's like, it's just like sometimes she doesn't understand that I'm such an introvert. And I'm like, I'm one person. Like, I'm sorry, I am also an introvert, and I have no problem going with two people I don't know. You already have your girlfriend. Like, I am just one girl that you're gonna have to get to know if you're gonna keep dating her, because I'm gonna be her roommate. And he's like, yeah, I know, it's just like, it's so hard for me to like be around people. And I'm like, why are you telling me your fucking life story? Audrey's like here in line swaying drunkenly, and like this guy's like venting to me like, it's just like, it's so hard because she's extroverted and talks to everyone, and then I have to like reel her in. And I was like, well, maybe you should stop reeling her in and let her be who she is. And he's like, anyway, like the whole line he's just telling me like, I just don't want you to be here, but like no offense. He's the dumbest person I've ever met. And so we finally get inside. We're like hanging out by the bar and we're getting drinks. And then I'm like, do you guys want to go dance? And they're like, yeah. But before we get there, Rick is like, wait, let me talk to her for a sec. So he pulls Audrey to the side, and I'm like left alone at the bar. And I'm like, goddamn, I knew I was gonna be third wheeling, but I didn't know that I'd be like absolutely alone. So I'm like sipping my drink. Out of the corner of my eye, I see them like arguing kind of in the hallway. They're fully screaming at each other, but like you can't hear because the music is blasting. It's like a club. I just see their body movements like screaming at each other. Audrey's fucking scream crying. I'm like, what did he tell her? Like, what is this? I swear to God, 25 minutes go by and I'm like, no, this is ridiculous. So I go, literally she's in the middle of scream crying. I grab her arm and I'm like, we're not doing this. And I pull her into the pit and we start dancing until she's like starting to get happy and like laughing again. And I'm like, yes, like fuck that guy. Oh my God, what is this? So we're dancing, and then he comes up and he's like awkwardly standing next to us. And I'm like, the definition of a fucking buzzkill loser. So we keep dancing. Audrey's getting really, really drunk. He got her another drink. She's like blacked at this point because she's really upset, like puffy eyes. And like when Audrey gets drunk, she starts wandering. So she goes to the bar, and then Rick is like, should I go to the bar with her? Should I get her another drink? I think she's mad at me. Should I ask her to dance? And I'm like, why are you asking me these things? Like, I don't know. And he's like, can I get your number so we could like talk about what to do about Audrey? And I was like, what do you mean what to do? She's like, oh, she's just really drunk and whatever. And I was like, why? What? She's like, just in case she gets lost. I'm like, he's not even a human. Like, he has no thoughts of his own. So Audrey leaves to get a drink, and it's like just me and him there, and he's like just staying there awkwardly. And I'm like, we both know that you don't want me here. Like, am I supposed to dance with you? So like 10 minutes go by, she's not back, and I'm like, oh shit, like she did get lost. So I go walk around the bar to find her. I can't find her. I go to the bathroom, she's not there, and I'm like, oh my God, like where did she go? Keep in mind, this is the first time I ever hang out with her. So me and Rick are like looking everywhere. We go outside, and then we see her, that she's with a fucking cop, and I'm like, oh my God, like we are getting arrested for public intoxication. This is it. Take me away. And then I talked to the cop. I'm like, is there a problem? And she's like, yeah, your friend is left alone and like she wants to go home. Please keep in mind Zed hasn't even came out to perform yet. Like, this is all during the fucking opener, okay? The opening act. So I'm like, you wanna go home? And she's like, yeah. She's like crying, drunk. I'm like, okay. So I call an Uber and like we're walking her home and like she's so black that she doesn't remember any of this. But like me and Rick are talking and I'm like, I don't understand why you'd ruin her night like this. This could have been so fine if you just went along with it. And then even if you were like, not okay with it, you told her after, because what the fuck is the point of telling her before and during and then telling me that you don't want me to be here? Like, you just like ruined a whole night. It's weird. And I told him like, you ruined the first night with her roommate. That could be a potential friend. Like, I don't understand what your plan was. Like, you thought she was really just gonna be like, oh, sorry, you can't come, JK, after I told you an hour ago to get ready. And like, we're talking the whole way home in the Uber ride. We're talking in the elevator up and he's like, yeah, I just like, I'm introverted and she's extroverted, so I just have to make her introverted. And I was like, you can't do that. Like, break up with her if you want her to be an introvert, because she's not one. And he's like, what, you don't think we can work? And I flat out said no, because like, do you see this night? We get up to the room and she literally sees one of the doors open next to our dorms and like walks inside. There's a party. She knows some girls and he's like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, she just talks to everyone she knows. And I'm like, that's what a fucking human does, Rick. Like, what are you talking about? So we get home and I put her to bed and whatever, and I was like, what a fucking night, wow. And then the next morning she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, your boyfriend's a fucking dick. And then we were like talking about all the problems she has with him, and like, it's just the same thing. Like, he wants to be the only one in her attention. He can't go out with any of her friends or his friends. Like, it's all that. And he's so insecure. Like, if she puts her attention on anyone, like a friend, like her girlfriend, he's like insecure about it. And I'm like, wow, what a loser. I'm like, you need to break up with him. So like, eventually, I think it's a couple weeks later, she breaks up with him because it happens again for some reason. And I was so happy. So happy. I literally baked her a cake that said congrats on your breakup and we threw a party. That's that story. That's the time my best friend's boyfriend hated me. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.